Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still hovering above 69k, but has seen a bit of a reaction to that descending trend line. I believe we talked about that in the last video. So I don't know, is the B wave over or not? Currently we have no evidence for it, but certainly Bitcoin has difficulties to push higher. So it's absolutely possible the B wave has topped, but as I said, no evidence. So basically we're in the same situation as we've been on the weekend, throughout the weekend, while Bitcoin is holding that 69k level, which is important to hold on the 1 hour chart. It hasn't broken out yet. So further upside still possible, but of course today a little bit of selling pressure. Nothing too unusual. I mean, we've seen a bit of upside yesterday, nothing major. We've seen a bit of a sell-off on Saturday, nothing major. Okay, so we just need to be very much aware that we're dealing here with very small movements. I mean, if you zoom out, literally nothing happened. But what I'm definitely observing on the daily chart is the possibility that Bitcoin could be forming here a triangle pattern. Yeah, so we have the potential for a triangle pattern on the daily chart. We just don't have enough waves yet to confirm it. A triangle has 5 waves. So the third wave likely topped on the 13th of March. And if we are really dealing with a triangle, then this would have been an A wave down, a B wave up, a C wave down, a D wave up, and an E wave down. So that tells you what could happen if we continue to just move sideways, and that might carry on for a bit. And from there, we could then see a move to the upside in wave 5. Okay, and the wave 4 would be the triangle. It is also possible, and that's sort of at the moment what I'm tracking primarily, but I know it can morph into a triangle. So my preferred count, or what I track, because I have no evidence for something different, is an A, B, C structure in which the price should dip into this orange support region before rallying in a wave 5. So basically, it's a wave 4 I'm tracking. It should ideally unfold as an ABC structure, but we know that wave 4s can also unfold as triangles. If it's a triangle, we might just see a bit of a dance on that 23.6 Fibonacci retracement, but a break of it would indicate that we're just dealing with an ABC structure. But of course, we need to hold the orange support zone, which is between 61.8k and 50.7k, in order to maintain the perspective that in the 5th wave to the upside, we should see the price rally to 80, 90k. So hopefully that's clear. Basically on the daily chart, the situation hasn't changed, but I wanted to emphasize again the potential for a triangle pattern that's unfolding. Looking at the shorter time frame, here we see a little bit more action because on the daily literally nothing changed. But here, I mean, no major change. We haven't broken any support, but I had to relabel a bit, or at least not massive relabeling, but the wave B from here moved to here. But support levels are still holding, but certainly some downside pressure. That downside pressure should also not really surprise us. First of all, it's not a major sell-off, but then also, yeah, we are hovering below resistance, as you can see on the chart. And the idea is that, yeah, we might get one more high, but as I said to you, that's like the icing on the cake. The highest probability element of the rally that started on the 20th of March to the upside, that highest probability element is likely done. It's likely completed. So we might get one more high. It is preferred, but we're not surprised if support breaks, because essentially the C wave to the downside back into the support region is still forecasted. So to make that crystal clear, I see primarily the rally that started on the 20th of March as nearly complete and as a corrective rally only. So corrective rally means we're still, yeah, caught in a larger correction, which should be an A, B, C structure. And the B wave might get one more high, at least it should do. And after that one more high, we could have a top in place. Looking at the micro pattern then, if we take a look really at the microstructure, we have an ABC structure here in this B wave that we're tracking. And in the C wave of that B wave, we should get 5 waves up. We have seen a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and we might get one more high in a wave 5. That wave 5 could have seen already an A wave. The last low is a B wave. And then if we turn around from here, it could give us that C wave to the upside. But obviously quite strong downside pressure. So I did have that B wave here yesterday, but it rallied only in 3 waves. So it failed after a 3-wave rally. That's often what they do. But it basically hasn't really sustained below 69K. Now that can still happen, but the 69K level is the important support for this AB setup. So a sustained break below 69K would indicate that, for example, this wave 4 is still unfolding. I would need to do a little bit more relabeling, but it is not a confirmation that the B wave has topped, even though it would already be an indication. But yeah, I need to see a break below 66.7K to, let's say, have further evidence that indeed all of wave B has topped. So we might see one more high. Also here, I shared that with you yesterday, we might see here a little bit of a triangle pattern on the smaller time frame as well. But yeah, it's just consolidation basically. We're moving in a range. It's moving in a range. So I'll, no change. Let's see, as long as the intraday low is holding, it's possible that it's forming one more high, but it certainly failed to follow through directly. So it's always a bit of a challenge. These corrections can always morph on the smallest time frames, but I think the support levels should be clear also from the last videos. The parameters haven't changed. Next upside targets ideally 72 to 73K for one more high. And then we should see the price get into the support region in a C wave of wave 4. And I don't think there's a great trade there at the moment anywhere. So literally it's just waiting for this correction to finish. And then once we see a dip into the orange support zone, the lower support zone here, I think that would be interesting from a trading point of view to add maybe some long positions. I don't see any great trade setup here unless you're a range trader. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.